Hi, I'm Nancy Steenson with Steenson College Coaching, and with me today is Jack Wang for our college planning tip of the week. So, Jack, parents often ask me, how much does college really cost? It's a complicated question with an even more complicated answer. How do you approach that question with clients?
Well, that's a common question that I get. And it is one of the most difficult answers or questions to answer because it's so nuanced, right? People, when you look on the internet, the average private costs this per year, the average public costs this per year. And while that number might be true for some people, it is far, far more nuanced than what that number would suggest. So let's not talk about colleges for a moment. Let's actually talk about airline tickets. And I know that may seem kind of strange, but the dynamic of how what you pay for an airline ticket is actually remarkably similar. So if you've done any kind of traveling, um, you know that there's plenty of websites that have these tips on like how to get the cheapest airfare. And there's tips like fly on certain days and not others. Fly, coach versus first class. Fly to this destination instead of this destination, right? And airline ticket pricing is fairly transparent. Well, if you think about it, um, if you want to fly from Boston, which is near us, to let's say Miami, Florida, well, if you fly on the most popular day at the most popular time to a popular destination, you're going to pay more no matter what. But if you're willing to fly on an off day or an off time, let's say a red eye or something, or you're willing to fly to a destination that isn't as popular and then drive to Miami or something, then you might pay a lot less. That works exactly the same way in colleges, right? So everybody knows the top universities in the United States, right? The Harvards, the MITs, the Ivy League, so on and so forth. And those are great schools. I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But when you're asking about how much college will cost and you're only fixated, well, my kid has to go here, right, to the most popular university or the top university, and you don't qualify for aid, then you're going to pay more. You're probably going to pay full sticker price, which in some cases can reach over $80,000 a year. However, if you're willing to consider other schools, right, that may not be the tippity top of the list, but are still good schools nonetheless, then you might pay a lot less. So the national average is that families pay about 50% or half of what the published sticker price is. So all those sticker prices that families see, oh, 60,000, 70,000. What do families really pay? It's probably about 30, 35, 40, something in that neighborhood, which is still a lot of money, mind you. But it's not the 60, 70, 80. But that average includes those families who are willing to fly at the odd time, who are willing to fly to the less popular destination on the odd day so they can get that discount versus the family who had to fly direct flight on the busiest day at the busiest time. Oh no, by the way, they had to fly first class, right? You're going to pay. So that's really kind of the dynamic that occurs in the college space. Now, the unfortunate part when you compare it to airline tickets is with airline tickets, a lot of times we'll get these emails, we'll see announcements like, hey, this airline's going to have a sale, right? So next week they're going to have an airfare sale to these 20 destinations. So they'll kind of advertise that, hey, we're looking to build up business or whatever the case may be if you fly during, between this date and this date on, to so on and so forth. Unfortunately, there isn't that transparency in college. Colleges are always looking for certain type of students, certain type of major, for whatever reason they're looking, but they don't advertise in advance. Hey, if you come to our school and major in this, we'll give you a much bigger scholarship because we're looking to build up this program, right? Colleges don't say that. Airlines do, not colleges. So unfortunately, with colleges, you don't find out until after the fact. If you even do find out that, wow, I got a really good deal because I happened to pick the right major, or gee, I had to pay full sticker price because I picked the wrong major, right? Whatever. So the dynamic of the pricing works very, very similarly to like airline tickets. The bottom line is it depends, right? The answer to that question is how much does college cost? It just depends. And it varies by every family as to whether or not you want to fly first class somewhere or you're willing to fly red eye. That's the answer.
Thanks, Jack. That sounds like it aligns pretty well with advice I often give, which is if the money is going to be a factor in the decision for where to attend college, cast a slightly wide net and see what offers come in because we can't predict institutional priorities. Thank you so much. As always, great to hear your tip, and we'll see you next week, everybody, on College Planning Tip of the Week.